Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I have Niyati and Akanksha with me. मैंने आपको promise करा था जब मैंने SDA के बारे में वीडियो बनाया था that I'm gonna get some students, who gonna talk real stuff about SDA Bocconi. By the way, I've got hold of Akanksha and Niyati. ये दोनों भी NMAT topper है, इन्होंने NMAT फोड़ा है and इनकी profile काफी strong है. मैंने अभी इनको पूछा. So I would love to have your profile first, guys, and then we will go ahead with the Q&A. Akanksha, we'll begin with you.
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Akanksha Kumar. I'm a first year student from SW Kuni Asia Center and I'm specializing in marketing. I've done my BBA in marketing from NMIMS Mumbai and my NMAT score was 254.
Nice. Niyati?
Hi everyone. So my name is Niyati Joshipura. I completed my bachelor's in accounting and finance from Narsi Monjari College of Commerce and Economics, Mumbai. And I have a 2.5 years of work ex in accounting across accounting and auditing firms. And I had an NMAT score of 255.
Wow, nice. Akansha, you want to talk about your academics, 10th, 12th, and graduation, and a little bit of your extracurricular as well?
Yeah, definitely. I've gotten a percentage of 87.4 in my 10th, 85 in 12th, and 3.4 I got a 3.4 CGPA in my undergrad. And
Nice.
apart from that, in terms of extracurriculars, I've published papers, I've done a lot of internships, and yeah, that's me.
So profile wise, you guys look fantastic. Academically, आप strong हो. नियति का भी 2-2.5 साल का वर्क एक्स अकाउंटिंग में. दोनों भी NMIMS नहीं बोल सकते, बट नारसी मुंशी कॉलेज ऑफ कॉमर्स मेरे ख्याल से यहाँ से आपने ग्रेजुएशन करा है. फॉर ऑल दी ऑडियंस जो भी स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं, सो नारसी मुंशी का बहुत बड़ा नाम है when it comes to UG also. So there are students like Symbiosis Arts and Commerce and then Narsi Munshi, Venkateswara वगैरह. मिट्टी बाई जय हिंद, इनको एक क्लब में ही रखा जाता है. So they are pretty smart. My question to you guys is that you've got fantastic profile. You guys have great profile. You could have been a very good fit into the new IIMS also, right? Because वहाँ पे भी ऐसे टाइप के बच्चे होते हैं. और probably NMIMS मुंबई का ही MBA because आपका 250 के ऊपर का स्कोर है. Why would you choose SDA Bocconi over and above these colleges? कैट ठुक गया था या फिर नहीं जाना था या फिर SDA काफी फैसिनेटिंग लग रहा था या नहीं सर मुझे मिलान जाना था? What was the reason?
Yeah, so I actually didn't give my cat because
अच्छा
I
कैट
had
दिया ही दिया.
decided.
Okay.
No, I didn't give my cat. I gave NMAT and SNAP. And also gave GMAT some long time back because I had aspirations of going abroad. And then I got to know about ESDA from a mentor that there is this college which has this international immersion program where you get to go to Milan for like 4 months, which was, I think, the ideal program for me because I wanted to go abroad, but I wanted to stay close to home also. So I
Okay.
felt this is the best of both worlds for me. Ideal combination of going abroad, getting that exposure, and coming back to the homeland.
Maybe to Akanksha. Same question for you, Akanksha.
So I wrote CAT last year and I wrote NMAT. I also gave SNAP, but for me my first preference was SW Bocconi and then it was NMIMS Mumbai. These were the two on my list because knowing myself, I knew not to keep too many expectations from CAT. So
Okay.
since SW Bocconi was my first preference, I wrote NMAT specifically so that I could apply for the first round of SW
Perfect.
Bocconi. So the reason I wanted to do that was that I spoke with a senior who's, matlab she's in her second year now, to kind of
Okay.
understand, what is better. And I got shortlisted for NMIMS ka interview, NMIMS Mumbai, because of my score.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I was kind of debating whether I should, let SW Bocconi go and apply in the second round and then give NMIMS's interview as well.
Right.
So after speaking to her, she basically told me very frankly, if packages is all that you are looking for, and you know what the culture's like, NMIMS pretty well, you've been there and everything. But if packages is all that you're looking for, then NMIMS is good for you. But if you want to have a great learning experience, if you want to learn from your professors who are, by the way, 90% not Indian, and if
Okay.
you want to learn from your peers, if you want to sit in a diverse class with incredibly intelligent people, and want to have fun in the next 2 years, then SW Bocconi is good for you. And finally, it depends on your preferences. And
Right.
after doing a lot of research, a lot of, more, a lot of asking around, I finally decided on applying for the first round of SW Bohuni.
ओके
So,
सो आई
yeah.
एम वेरी श्योर कि नो आप लोगों ने रिसर्च करा होगा अच्छे से, आप लोगों को पता होगा कि भाई मुझे एसडी क्यों जाना है, एनएमएमएस वगैरह छोड़ छाड़ के, राइट? आपने तो इंटरव्यू ही नहीं दिया एनएमएमएस का, राइट? सो नाउ यू नो इफ यू सबमिट अप गाइज, so these are smart kids, right? Because it's just not that they talk very good English या फिर उनके कॉम स्किल्स अच्छे हैं, ऐसा नहीं है। उन्होंने 250 प्लस फोड़ा है एनमैट में, वो बहुत बड़ी बात है। इट टेक्स लॉट ऑफ intellectual ability to cross that 250 mark. Plus academically they are great. Niyati got WorkX in accounting, and they're already from done their graduation from NMIMS, right? Rather NM, whatever you can call it as. Now my point is, here onwards things would get interesting. I want you to tell me a couple of more things wherein you would choose SDA, and then now for the fact you are inside, how does it feel? Does it live up to your expectations? Like, are you happy with it?
Yeah, so we are like, I'm really happy because we hear things about 90% of the faculty being international, and you would think that it's only on paper, but so far we've had like 5 months worth of lectures, and I think most of our professors have been from Italy. The level of education is at another level, honestly. The quality is so good, you don't even realize when the 3 hours go by.
When you say that, there are 90% faculties who are foreigners, they have got international exposure. क्या
Yeah.
ऐसा element होता है जो आपको लगता है कि what, this is the best thing?
So from my point of view, honestly, the case studies that they bring with them are mostly not from India and not from USA, because you would think that any B school in India would take a Harvard Business School a case study or something like that. We have those case studies, but we have many case studies from European companies that we have not even heard of. Yeah.
And for example, we have a subject. We had a subject called marketing and consumer behavior, where we had a representative from a company come and explain what they do, and finally they gave
Yeah.
us a problem statement and told us, they were like, we need you to help us out. Can you please, we basically got a project where we're working with a company to help build their brand identity. So it's these kind of case studies, it's these kind of projects. We get simulations that really help us interact and understand what the real world corporate life is like.
So how does a day look like?
So we have our busy days, and we have our chill days also. There will be days when we have lectures from say 7 a.m. till 9 p.m. Which include extra courses that we've been doing, and then we have some days when we have only one lecture and it's chill. So we have
But
our
then we must be working on presentations and case comms and all
yes.
that.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Big
so we have a lot of subjects which have like around half of the weightage to projects. So then after classes, we have to work on the project.
yeah, I just wanted to say that on the days that we supposedly have light classes, we also have guest lectures from, industry leaders who come to the campus and share their experiences, take questions from us on, how we can, join the industry, how we can, take learnings from them. So overall, it's a pretty rigorous schedule. I wouldn't, know how to compare it with IIMs, but we do have our hands pretty full most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. How's the peer group? I've heard that there are students inside from IITs and ITs. There are chartered accountants. There are, probably CFAs. Students like you who are undergraduate from SRCC, NMIMS, Symbiosis, Mati Bhai. How does the peer group look like?
It's incredibly diverse. I mean, the background that people come from, the learnings that they've had, there's about 50% are freshers and 50% are people with work experience. So we have a lot to learn from each other. So it makes classes very interactive, very interesting. We learn, different viewpoints, different perspectives. We have, orthodontists that are, switching over. And it's just a very interesting experience. It's great. It's a good time.
Yeah, so we have people who come from pharma backgrounds, who are dentists, as you mentioned. And then I have a couple of friends who have come from various tech backgrounds and want to switch careers into HR, which is absolutely opposite of what they have been working on. I have people
Hmm.
with around 4 years of work ex and maybe TCS, and now they want to go in HR. So people with really complex backgrounds and really good amount of work ex coming here to switch gears.
Akanksha, you were talking about like you applied to SDA Bokun in the round 1 itself. I think आपका round 1 अभी आ रहा है. The deadline is 20th November if I'm not wrong. Can you tell us what are the advantages one would get if they apply in the first round, and also if you guys have got a scholarship or something, to talk about that as well. Just
Yeah.
information for my students.
Yeah. So the advantage, so there are a couple of advantages of applying in the first round. One is that there's a lot of students who are vying for, IIMs and CAT and, NMIMS. So the competition, if you apply in the first round, is drastically reduced. The chances of you getting into ESTA Bocconi are also increased. Second is that your chances of getting a good scholarship or tuition waiver are also increased significantly. So there's so you can either get 30%, 50%, or an 80% scholarship depending on your profile. So this looks not only at your NMAT score or your Bocconi test or your CAT score, but it looks at your work experience, your extracurriculars, your academic consistency. So if you've gotten a low score, they have a supposed cutoff, right? But it's not really a cutoff. They use that to kind of weigh your other, things that make you stand out. So they basically take your overall profile, and on the basis of that, they analyze it, and on the basis of that, then you get a scholarship or a tuition waiver.
Okay.
That's how it works. So that's another advantage of applying in the first round.
You guys, both of you are like NMAT topper. आपने फोड़ा है NMAT. NMAT has already started, right? A lot of people are taking NMAT now. बहुत ज़्यादा कंसर्न है कि सर CAT के पहले ले, बाद में ले, वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह. But I want both of you to guide students about NMAT strategy, like what they should be doing during the paper and what they should be doing before the paper when the preparation is concerned.
So I gave my NMAT October last year, and
before
I
CAT.
think I was prep. Before CAT. I didn't give CAT, but before CAT, I was the before CAT batch, and I started prepping from August. I prepped for around 2 to 3 months, and my quants is not very strong, so I worked a lot on my quant and managed to bring that score up. I think verbal in general in NMAT is a little more difficult from what I'm not sure, but I think Akanksha can confirm when it's compared with CAT. I think verbal is a little more difficult in NMAT. So
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Actually, verbal difficult क्यों लगता है NMAT में? Because बहुत ज़्यादा vocabulary आती है, and idioms, phrases इतना भर के आते हैं ना, and vocabulary is like an ocean, man. जितना भी तुम करो उतना कम होता है. And CAT का काफी ज़्यादा streamline होता है. RCs आएंगे and verbal ability, parasymbol वगैरह, no vocab, no grammar, nothing like that. So people find that difficult in NMAT because of the vocabulary part. But yeah, go ahead, Niyati.
Yeah. So quants I had to work on a lot. I think one of the reasons for not giving CAT is also maybe somewhere in my mind I knew that I can't do CAT quants, so I'm not going to try only.
But I think that was a good decision because last year quant बहुत horrible आया था.
Yeah, it was that. So I used to study around maybe 7 hours every day.
My goodness.
In the last 1 month. October, yes, I've studied a lot. August, September, I've taken my breaks and and gave a lot of mocks. Honestly,
how many mocks you gave?
Would only be I gave 15 to 20 mocks.
Decent number.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I constantly kept a track on if I'm going up or down in my mock, and to see where I'm going wrong, because LR can be very tricky. I was lucky. I think my LR was easy relatively. I think my paper, but then there were people whose LR was not that easy. So because NMAT is your it depends on how you are answering, right? The exam is like that.
Okay.
So if you mess up in the beginning, your questions will be like that. So LR, I think need to work on a lot. if you're not getting certain things, you're really not getting certain things. You really
True
need
that.
to work hard.
And
Things
उसमें
like
critical reasoning भी आता है.
yeah, like seating arrangements and stuff. If you're not getting the logic, you're just not getting it.
True
So
that. True.
yeah, so LR and cons I worked hard, and luckily I think I managed to get. Verbal has always been my strong area, so I didn't really work hard on verbal. But overall, I think mocks is my only tip. Like, give a lot of mocks, as many mocks as possible. Sourcing it from like other maybe coaching areas, or maybe those websites where you get the free mocks and stuff like that. Mocks is like the only way to go, honestly.
Perfect. Akanksha, over to you.
Okay. So for me, I had been preparing for CAT for almost, I'd started in January of last year. And
Okay.
I'd been giving constant mocks. I'd given about 20 or 25 by, October, by September. And by then, I had decided that I want to go to Esta Bocconi. And to go to Esta Bocconi, I knew that CAT wasn't going to help me get there. So NMAT would be the next best option. And then apart from that, my second preference was NMIMS anyways. So I started preparing, I think late September, early October. I gave my exam on the 30th of October. And because of the CAT prep that I'd been doing for almost the past 6, 7, 8 months, it kind of helped kick off the preparation. And for me personally, DILR was my strong point, and verbal was my strong point. Maths, I was able to kind of pick up because I'd been doing all of that CAT prep. So right, that in maths, quant section is relatively much easier than NMAT.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think one of the main reasons people find NMAT tough is because you have to finish a lot more questions in a shorter period of time.
Right.
So it requires more quick thinking as compared to CAT. But I think, as Niyati said, the one main tip is just keep doing mocks, keep doing them again and again. The coaching that I took would, give me like percentage, how much percent have I improved, how much percent have I fallen. So I would see which topics I have I've lost marks in, and focus on those particular topics again and again, do those same questions again and again till the next mock when I finally was able to answer that question correctly. So it's the only goal for NMAT is just constant practice, and if you keep doing mocks, you are working on your quick thinking skills as well.
True that.
Yeah, it helps in time management.
Definitely. And apart from that, I gave SNAP as well. So I used to do SNAP tests along with NMAT mock tests. So that also helped me, sharpen my quick thinking skills on the spot.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing, is just keep taking as many mocks as possible.
Fantastic. My last question for the day to both of you. A lot of students are now, working hard for their CAT exam, working hard for NMAT and SNAP exam, so on and so forth, right? You've been there, you've researched a lot, you must have spoken to your seniors, right? You've been there, spent around about 5 months now. Would you advise them to join SDA Bocconi? And if yes, then what pointers will tell them, ki boss, if you are becoming SDA Bocconi ka part, these are the things are going to be on your way, and for these things, we would recommend you SDA Bocconi.
If you want to prioritize your learning and international exposure, then definitely ESDA. Definitely, because you have, I'm like, even if you compare it with NMIMS or any other college, everyone has an international exchange program, but it's only selected students, right? Like if you are in the topmost of the class, then you get to go, you get the opportunity. But here, everyone gets the opportunity in those 4 months to go abroad and interact with Milan's campus, Milan's professors. And I think this opportunity is you can't compare it with any other international exchange program which any Indian school is providing. So I think that is a very big plus point for me.
And हमें लगता है ऐसा ना, as a student हमें लगता है कि क्या 4 महीना जाना है, क्या immersion करना है, but I think ये चीजें ऐसी है ना, ये तुम्हारी लाइफ चेंज कर सकते हैं, because ये एक्सपीरियंस बहुत सही होता है. provided आप उसको अच्छे से utilize करो, and I think then you are sorted. Akanksha, from your side.
So personally, for me, one differing point for me with ESTA comparing it to other colleges was the curriculum. It's incredibly innovative. It gives you opportunities to learn different things apart from basic. Your तुम्हारे जो basic subjects है, it's completely different. We have subjects like creativity and idea generation. We have subjects like they're all just very innovative, and honestly, speaking from experience, we have a blast in class. We love speaking to the professors, learning from their life experiences. They come from a different background, they come from different experiences, and it's like we're able to imbibe their experiences as well. So it helps us become better professionals for the future. And dusra hai is that, of course, the international immersion in Milan is a great experience. But honestly, the diversity, the culture of the college is just unparalleled. It's a great experience, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who wants to join Vesta Bocconi.
I'd also like to add
Hmm.
to Akanksha's point that we're actually in the first year right now. In the second year, we'll be having electives. I'm really looking forward to those electives because the list of electives keeps on updating every year, and the different kinds of electives that were being offered are I don't think any other colleges offering. You have crazy electives like luxury marketing or maybe branding in the luxury industry or maybe international finance
Wow.
and
Yeah.
really different kind of electives that I don't think any other college might be giving. So we are really looking forward to the second year also where we have these electives to choose from.
And
Fantastic. Yeah, go ahead, Akanksha.
sorry, one last thing that I'd like to add.
Yeah, absolutely.
So our college follows European laws. If you know the Triple Crown accreditation, there's EQUIS, there's AMBA, and there's
Right.
AACSB. So with this, we don't only have opportunities to apply for jobs here, but there are also transferable credits that we can basically apply for jobs abroad as well. They're acceptable there. So it's a good degree. It's a good accreditation that we're getting on our CV, and it's one of the crowning achievements of SW Pune Asia Center as well.
Fantastic. Akanksha and Yati, thank you so very much for giving some time. So guys, again, 255, 254 in NMAT, great academics. They have done their UG from NM College of Commerce. तो smart बच्चे हैं, इन्होंने बहुत सारी idea दी है. Now you have a deadline which is like 20th November. I would expect you guys to go ahead and fill the form. And NMAT का cutoff मैंने already बोल दिया था मेरे videos में, तो वो देख लेना. But it's a very good option that you can really think about. So I think SD Bocconi you should consider, and scholarship मिलती है. ऐसा नहीं खाली website पे लिखा है. They do genuinely provide scholarships also. And Akanksha and Yati, thank you so very much for giving some time. Thanks a lot. Thank you.